Begin by settling into stillness. Allow the body to arrive without expectation. Creativity does not rush. Let the surface beneath you support your weight. Notice how the body responds when it is allowed to be held. Bring awareness to the breath, not changing it, not shaping it, simply noticing its quiet rhythm. Inhale gently, exhale slowly. Let the nervous system soften, creative flow begins. When pressure releases, before expression can emerge, the body must feel balanced. Harmony comes before movement. Bring awareness to the feet, the connection with the ground. Stability here supports freedom above. Notice the legs, the quiet strength they hold. Creative energy rests on reliable foundations. Bring awareness to the hips and pelvis, the center of rhythm and movement. Notice how this area feels when it is not asked to perform. Creativity gathers here when it feels safe. Bring awareness to the lower belly, the place of instinct and imagination. Allow this space to soften. Ideas form more easily when the body is relaxed. Bring awareness to the spine, the central line of balance. Notice how uprightness does not require effort. Alignment creates openness. Bring awareness to the chest, the space of breath and emotion. Notice the steady rhythm here, like a quiet tempo beneath everything you create. Bring awareness to the shoulders and arms. Notice what they have been holding. Expectations, deadlines, judgment. With each exhale, allow unnecessary weight to fall away. Creative expression flows through relaxed channels. Bring awareness to the hands, the instruments of expression. Notice readiness without tension, capability without strain. Bring awareness to the throat, the space of voice and articulation. Notice how silence prepares expression. Words and ideas arrive more clearly when not forced. Bring awareness to the head and face. Let the forehead soften. Let effort dissolve. Insight emerges when the mind rests. Now sense the whole body together, not as separate parts, as one system, one instrument. This body holds rhythm, tone, timing, creative intelligence. You are not creating yet. You are tuning. Remain here for several slow breaths. Let balance spread evenly. The inner symphony is beginning to harmonize. Now that the body feels tuned, allow awareness to begin moving more fluidly, not rushing, not forcing. Bring attention back to the breath. Notice how it moves with a natural rhythm, like a quiet tempo beneath everything. Creative flow does not arrive suddenly. It unfolds when the body feels safe to move and respond. Bring awareness to the pelvis and hips again, the place where rhythm begins. Notice subtle movement here, not physical movement, internal responsiveness. Allow this area to feel supple. Creative energy flows best through flexible spaces. Bring awareness to the lower belly, the center of imagination and impulse. Notice any sensations of warmth, expansion, or gentle stirring. If nothing is felt, that is also part of tuning. Silence is part of music. Bring awareness to the spine. Imagine it as a resonant column, not rigid, responsive. Notice how breath travels along this line, upward and downward, connecting different registers. Creative expression relies on connection between centers, not intensity in one place. Bring awareness to the chest, the space where breath becomes emotion. Notice how openness here feels when nothing needs to be expressed yet. Feeling precedes form. Bring awareness to the shoulders and arms. Notice how they feel when not preparing to act. Release anticipation. Ideas arrive more easily when action is not rushed. Bring awareness to the hands, the fine instruments of expression. Notice sensitivity here, subtle readiness, the ability to respond. Bring awareness to the throat, the channel of articulation. Notice how sound forms internally before it becomes voice or movement. Allow this channel to feel open without trying to speak. Bring awareness to the head, the space of insight and imagery. Notice how ideas appear when the mind is not searching. Now sense the whole body together again, not separate parts, one integrated system, one instrument. Notice how flow feels now, not loud, not dramatic, coherent, alive. You are not creating yet. You are allowing creative energy to organize itself. Remain here for several slow breaths. Let resonance deepen quietly. The inner symphony is finding its rhythm. Now allow the sense of flow to move closer to expression, not performing, not producing, simply responding. Creative expression does not begin with action. It begins with permission. Bring awareness back to the breath. Notice how it continues as a steady companion. Breath supports movement without directing it. Bring awareness to the chest and throat together. Notice how sensation travels between feeling and articulation. Expression forms here before it takes shape. Allow the throat to feel open without needing to speak. Notice the space available. Silence is where expression is shaped. Bring awareness to the face and jaw. Notice any tension related to self-monitoring. With each exhale, allow that monitoring to soften. Creative truth does not require supervision. Bring awareness to the arms and hands again. Notice how they feel when movement is not yet chosen. Readiness exists without commitment. Bring awareness to the fingers, the subtle sensitivity at the tips. These are the fine points where inner experience meets form. Bring awareness to the spine once more. Notice how it supports expression without pushing forward. Alignment allows ideas to pass through without distortion. Bring awareness to the head. Notice how imagery arises when thought steps aside. Images may appear, or impressions, or nothing at all. All are part of expression forming. You do not need to decide what to create. Creation organizes itself when the system is coherent. Now sense the whole body again, feeling, breathing, available. Notice how expression feels now. Not urgent, not pressured, present. This is expression without effort. Action can follow later. Right now, you are listening. Remain here for several slow breaths. Let expression continue to shape itself quietly. The inner symphony is ready to be played when the moment arrives. Now allow the energy of expression to settle into readiness, not rushing outward, not holding back, balanced. Creative action does not require force. It arises naturally when the body feels aligned. Bring awareness to the feet, the contact with the ground. Every expression needs support. Notice how grounding allows ideas to move forward without losing stability. Bring awareness to the legs, the strength that supports movement. Creative energy needs endurance, not urgency. Bring awareness to the hips and pelvis, the place where movement begins. Notice how this area feels when expression is welcome, but not demanded. Bring awareness to the spine, the central pathway connecting intention to action. Notice how alignment here creates ease rather than effort. Bring awareness to the chest, the place where meaning is felt. Notice how expression remains connected to feeling without becoming emotional overload. Bring awareness to the arms and hands. Notice how they feel when action is possible, but optional. Readiness does not need tension. Capability does not need urgency. Bring awareness to the throat and face. Notice clarity without rehearsal. Words and movements arrive more cleanly when they are not pre-planned. Bring awareness to the head. Notice how thought supports creation rather than controlling it. The mind becomes a collaborator, not a critic. Now sense the whole body together, grounded, aligned to verbal. This is integration. Creative energy is no longer forming. It is ready to move when you choose. Remain here for several slow breaths. Let readiness settle into confidence. Action will come at the right moment, without strain. Now allow this sense of harmony to move beyond the practice, not as inspiration to chase, as a tone that stays with you. Create expression does not live only in moments of making. It lives in how you listen, how you notice, how you respond. Bring awareness back to the breath. Notice how it continues as a quiet rhythm throughout the day. This rhythm is always available when you need to return to balance. Bring awareness to the body as it exists right now, not as an instrument preparing to play, but as music already in motion. Notice how ease feels when you are not trying to be creative. Creativity often appears in this space. Bring awareness to the hands. Notice how they move naturally in simple actions, touching, holding, creating without effort. Expression does not need a special moment. It moves through ordinary gestures. Bring awareness to the voice, even in silence. Notice how expression forms before words are chosen. Listening deeply is already an act of creation. Bring awareness to the eyes. Notice how seeing becomes softer when you are not searching for ideas. Inspiration often arrives through presence, not pursuit. Bring awareness to the nervous system. Notice how it responds when creativity is allowed to be gentle. Gentle creativity sustains itself. It does not burn out. Now sense the whole body again, moving, breathing, participating in the world. This body carries rhythm, timing, and expression wherever it goes. You do not need to protect creative energy. You need to trust it. Let this trust accompany you into conversation, into work, into rest. Remain here for a few slow breaths. The inner symphony continues long after the practice ends. You are already expressing. Now allow the guidance to soften and fade. Nothing more needs tuning. Nothing needs correction. Notice how the body feels when harmony is trusted rather than maintained. Steady, open, at ease. Creative energy does not disappear when attention rests. It settles deeper. It becomes quieter, more reliable. Bring gentle awareness to the whole body one last time. Not scanning, not checking, simply acknowledging presence. This presence holds rhythm without effort. It carries timing without pressure. If thoughts arise, let them pass like notes that do not need repeating. If stillness remains, let it remain. Silence is part of the music. Bring awareness to the breath. Notice how it continues without direction. Breath has always known how to keep time. You do not need to remember what you felt here. What is true will return when it is needed. Begin to reorient gently to your surroundings. The space around you, the sounds nearby, the light. If the eyes are closed, allow them to open when it feels natural. There is no final moment to capture, no state to hold. The harmony lives on through how you move, how you notice, how you create. Carry this inner symphony with you, not as performance, as presence, as trust in your natural rhythm. The practice completes itself by becoming lived. Expression continues wherever you go. Now allow even the sense of practice to dissolve. No tuning, no listening, just being. Notice how the body continues without instruction, breathing, balancing, responding to the moment. Creative rhythm does not stop when attention softens. It becomes background. It becomes dependable. If sensations arise, let them come and go. If stillness deepens, let it deepen. Nothing interrupts harmony now. Bring gentle awareness to the continuity of experience. One moment, flowing into the next, without effort. This continuity is where creativity lives most fully, not in ideas, in presence. You do not need to hold inspiration, it moves on its own, like breath, like time. You may remain here longer or begin to move when it feels right. Both are expressions of the same rhythm. There is no final breath to take, no signal to close. The practice completes itself by disappearing. What remains is ease, trust, a quiet readiness to respond. Carry this living rhythm with you into rest, into work, into creation. The inner symphony does not end. It simply continues as your way of moving through the world. Now allow everything to become even simpler. No inner music to follow, no rhythm to notice, just presence. Notice how the body feels when creativity no longer needs direction. Not forming, not expressing, simply existing. This is where creativity rests between moments, not inactive, quietly alive. Bring gentle awareness to the sense of being here, breath moving, body supported, time unfolding. Nothing needs improvement, nothing needs inspiration. Creative intelligence continues on its own, like a current beneath still water. If thoughts arise, let them pass without shaping them. Ideas do not need attention to remain possible. If stillness deepens, let it deepen fully. Stillness is fertile. Notice how effort has completely softened now. No listening, no tuning, no preparing. This is integration, where what was sensed becomes part of how you live. Bring awareness gently to continuity. One breath leading naturally into the next. This continuity is the true creative rhythm. Not something you generate, something you belong to. You may stay here longer, or begin to move, or return to activity. All choices arise from the same quiet harmony. There is no ending to mark, no closing to perform. The practice dissolves completely, and what remains is ease, trust, and a natural readiness to respond creatively to whatever comes next.